how can a couple develop intimacy more deeply as they get older in marriage?
Well, the older we get, I think, we sometimes take each other for granted. And I think we really need to um, keep the glow. We kind of even now, in fact, for our 25th wedding anniversary, I gave a surprise. I said, I kind of saved up some money and we booked a surprise ticket I booked without telling her, and we went to Bali and we were walking around and it was filled with young young people. We are little grade and we are also walking, so the tourist guides, they are calling, and saying, second honeymoon couple. you know and so I stopped and I looked around and I said, not second, 25th honeymoon couple. So sometime the honey and the moon, everything disappears after first year and all that. We need to keep things very sparky between us. So those surprises, those things that we did initially, I think we really need to be intentional about doing those things. So that yes, the older we grow, it should be like the old wine. We should become much better, much sweeter. In order to do that, I think, as we said, we really need to get to a point of vulnerability, I would say. If you start playing hide and seek, if you start operating on suspicion and all that, I think that is not going to be helpful. The more we keep ourselves open and vulnerable, I think we will be able to kind of grow in our love for one another by the grace of God. Of course, it's God's grace, I would say. It's not just about our technique or anything. One of the things that we definitely, I am talking from our own life because we're getting older there. One of the things that we definitely can say that kept our marriage going is the fact that we put God first. And we made sure, every day our family altar is not missed out. Wherever I go, how much ever days I'm traveling, I will connect over the phone, WhatsApp, do anything in order to have our family worship and have our time together. So I think those are little things, but that added, to our, relationship. And of course, God's grace and He being the center, that has preserved our marriage more than anything else.
I was just thinking, intimacy can be of various types. Relational intimacy, spiritual intimacy, and physical intimacy. And so, as couples begin to know each other in the early days of marriage, there's a lot of intense physical intimacy that, they engage in. And I would say that definitely we should build on our spiritual intimacy, because a lot of times we can fail to build ourselves spiritually together. We are not just mates, we are soul mates. Our souls we need to bear to one another. In physical intimacy, you bear your body to each other. You need to bear your soul. You need to let the other person see who you are on the inside spiritually. The integrity of your heart is something you have to share. And so I would say your spiritual intimacy then becomes an overflow into your relational aspects, your relational intimacy. And that leads into better physical intimacy. So I would say all of these things are intertwined and connected. If we are going to prioritize one and lose out on the other intimacies, then I would say our marriage is not an enriching experience. Right. It can be a very, one-sided or a lopsided intimate relationship. But if we need to be having a very enriching journey, enjoying our journey together of marriage, I would say relationally, spiritually, and physically, intimacy should be part of our married life, no matter what stage of marriage you are in. I don't think any of these aspects should be evaded at any stage of marriage.